Hey guys, it's time to do a full review on the new LG G5, which is the new smartphone from the LG. Of course, this is going to be the flagship phone for the year 2016, and of course it's coming in two different variations. We have two different models of this phone. One comes with a Snapdragon 652 and one comes with a Snapdragon 820, and of course, thank God, I have Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 variant here. So yeah, it's my first ever Snapdragon 820 phone. So let's start off this review, but before starting off, I just want to do a little bit of comparison, quick comparison with the LG G4 from the last year. Now basically every year you see new smartphones, you know, they come with improved camera, they come with improved processor, and you know, just normal stuff. But there's not like a major change in a smartphone. It is very less likely that every year you'll see a major change in a new flagship. So, but with the LG here, you can clearly see that the G5 has a completely new design. So they redesigned it completely from the scratch. It's now using full metal body instead of plastic, or of course this is a leather back. So they have used plastic on their G2, G3, G4, and finally they switched to the premium stuff, full metallic build quality, and at the same time they are giving us the option to remove the battery. Of course, this is the modular phone, and of course you can also insert the micro SD card slot. Micro SD card in the micro SD card slot. So yeah, you do get all those cool stuff, and you also get your awesome premiumness here. So the question is it worth upgrading from the LG G4 to the LG G5? I should say hell yeah, it's definitely worth it. You get a completely different phone. It's a completely different experience. It's smaller in terms of size, you know, also has different feels. So obviously you get all those stuff, like faster processor, better camera. You also have a fingerprint sensor now, which is of course not available on this one. The volume rocker is of course now on the side. Power button is still on the back with the fingerprint sensor. So yeah, I mean, definitely the number one question that you might be asking everyone is, you know, like whether it's worth to upgrade from the G4 to G5. The answer is yes, it is worth upgrading. Now let's start off this review. First of all, if we talk about the build quality of this phone, you know, again, like I said, this is a full metallic build quality, very premium, no doubt about that. So if you take a look at the front of this phone here, this is the gray color, by the way. So on the back you can see we have the power button, and this is also the you know, fingerprint sensor also built into the power button, so you can just put your finger like this to unlock your phone. And also you have a dual camera setup with the LED flash and laser autofocus. So there is a 16 megapixel camera and the other one which is 8 megapixels. So basically you get you can capture wide angle pictures using two camera sensors. So yeah, that's a nice option. We have the G5 logo down here on the top side. You can notice that we have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. We get our microphone, and we also get our IR blaster on the top. At the bottom we get the USB Type-C charger, or of course charging connectivity, which is reversible, so you can connect in either direction. You also get your speaker at the bottom. Also, volume rocker is now on the left side. On the right side you don't have any button, but you do have this tray, which is of course where you can put the micro SD card and also your SIM card. So yeah, it's pretty simple looking tray there, and that's pretty much it about the design. And the biggest thing that you're about to see is that of course this is a modular phone, so you can remove the battery. Of course this is the button here that you can press. You have to apply a little force, and then you hear a little bit of sound, like tick sound, and then you can, you know, just remove it like this. So look at this. This is the innovation. I love it. LG, super genius. You can see this is how it looks like in full detail when you remove the battery. And this is a 2800 mAh battery, and of course there are some other accessories which LG is calling LG Friends. Like there's like a camera accessory, some hi-fi stuff, which I will be checking out in the future if that stuff will going to be available in my country. We'll probably might see like a modular phone from Samsung also in the future. So, and of course the phone is now off, so to turn on I have to hold down the power button. Alright, the phone is now on, and now we can talk about some other cool stuff on this phone here. So, first of all, you can notice here, this is the always on feature, which is similar to what we have on the Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge. So it shows you the time and the day and the date and the month. So you get this information. It's always there. You can also turn it off if you don't want to see it in the settings. So of course you don't have to press the power button every single time you want to unlock your phone. You can unlock by double tapping the display. So it basically wakes up the display, so then you can swipe. So this is how the basic lock screen looks like. So I will come back to the software, but first I want to point out the display here. So this display is 5.3 inch Quad HD, one of the most beautiful displays I've ever seen. Just look at the quality. Just look at that. Oh my God, this is amazing. It is smaller compared to the G4. Of course, G4 had 5.5 inch, but I really like this because 5.3 inch is like a perfect size for a phone. It's like the perfect size for one-handed operation. It doesn't feel that big. You can see here with the G4, it's a much more bigger phone, especially it feels awkward when you put like big phones in your pocket. So, well, the G5 definitely they made it more compact, more smaller, so that you can easily have a good grip on it. Let's move towards the hardware and software. So first of all, if we talk about the hardware, this one comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 chipset with 4 gigs of RAM and has a pretty nice score in terms of the benchmarks, but of course it's not as good as the Exynos 8890. But of course it is a fast phone. I mean, benchmarks are just numbers. It is a super duper fast phone. I'm going to be doing speed test comparisons with other phones also. So I mean, just scrolling through UI, it looks just amazing, no lag whatsoever. Also, it has 32 gigabyte of built-in storage. Now I'm just going to quickly take a look at the general tab, and we're going to scroll down until we see the option for storage and USB. So I just want to show you guys how much user data is available. So out of 32 gigabyte, you get around 21.33 gigabyte available. Obviously, I did install some apps, so you get almost like 22 point something gigabyte data for your usage. So of course, that is a decent amount. It's enough for me actually. And you can install a lot of apps, and of course if you record videos, a lot of 4K videos and pictures, capture pictures, you can save all that stuff to your micro SD card. Of course it supports up to 2 terabytes, so that is amazing. Now let's come down to the software. Of course you get these on-screen buttons to interact with. So you get the full 5.3 inch display to play with. There's not like a black bar or anything like that. So also if we take a look here straight from the lock screen, you have the option to either go to phone dialer or the camera or the this Google Now. So of course it does come with the Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow, so you get all the cool Marshmallow features like the Google Now on tap, permissions, app permissions. So yeah, Marshmallow is nice, and they also updated their G4 whole G4 lineup to the 6.0 Marshmallow, so that is nice. So software is they removed the app drawer. Now it's much more like a Huawei's UI. I gotta be honest about that. I don't really like the current setup of the LG's UI. I really enjoyed their app drawer, so we do have the app drawer with the G4, but this one doesn't have the app drawer. You can scroll like this. It's just sets of home screen. You can hold down the display. It's going to show you these 3 options. We have widgets, home screen, settings, and also you can view your recently uninstalled applications, and nothing more special. Of course, you also get your smart bulletin where you have LG Health tab, your calendar, your music. I really like their music application, and you also have some smart settings, quick remote and Evernote, so you can also turn this thing off if you don't like it. So just do that. It says if you can just remove it, it's not going to be here on the home screen. So opening up the setting apps, you can see the UI is pretty much the same as the G4's UI. So you can scroll like this, left and right, and you have general, display, sound and notification, and networks tab. Like I said, of course, you do have the option to turn off the always on display. So I'm going to be making a separate video about its tips and tricks, so where we will see what like special things we have or tricks we have. But obviously, in just a simple statement, that most of the stuff software-wise is pretty much the same. The biggest change which I can see is the removal of the app drawers. And of course, now on tab, you can hold down this and it's going to take a screen scan and show you the relevant information. So I'm just gonna tap not now. So let's go ahead and talk about the camera on this phone. Now, camera is, like I said, it is improved 16 megapixel with f1.8 aperture size. Also has a secondary camera which is 8 megapixel, which you can use for wide angle pictures. 8 megapixel on the front, and you also get the LED flash and laser autofocus. So I'm just gonna launch the camera app right from the home screen. So you can see here, this is how the UI looks like. So just like the G4, you have all your options. First of all, we have this 3-dot option where you can switch to simple, manual mode, or auto mode. So of course, I'm not like a mumbo jumbo in terms of capturing pictures, so I like to use this auto mode, but you can also try to have fun with the manual mode also. Moving down, we have the front camera option. Here you can, if you touch it, you can switch to the front camera. We have our modes option, where we have, first of all, the pop out mode, which basically gives you like the camera, the whole screen will be like in a pop-up view, something like that you can call it. We have the vignette effect. You can use lens blur, so it makes it a little bit blurry. This area is just the focused area, other part is just blurred. And you can also check out B and W, which change the colors a little bit. You also have a fisheye feature, so yeah, this is nice. You can also change to different modes. We have multi-view, which is like the half of the screen will capture the front camera, and the other half will capture through the back camera, so you can easily record yourself and also the what's happening in the back without any problem. You also get your slow motion video recording option and time lapse. So these are two important things that I'm going to be using. And also you can notice that we do have these options on the top, which basically, if we switch here, which gives you a little bit of what you can call a wide angle. Now you can see the full table, and I also have my MacBook Pro lying over there, so you can see the full stuff, how this thing can work. And that's like one of the coolest thing with the camera. And again, you can just quickly switch back to the main camera without any problem. You also have a quick little arrow here, so when you capture a photo, you can quickly share it to Facebook, or of course there are some other options also, like if I drag it down, you have the Instagram, you have the message, the mail, and the quick memo. So that's really nice. We have just quick sharing options there, and also you can go back. You can also record videos. Video recording is supported up to 4K. So switching to the front camera, you get pretty much the same options. For example, if we go into the main settings, you got your HDR, your ratio option. You also get this settings, which is basically like more effects, which is kind of like a new thing. You get lots of effects here, and also you get timer. You also get you can capture photos by just speaking, like smile or some word, and then we have our palm selfie type of thing, where you can show your hand like this, and you can do like this, and it's just going to start capturing the photo. And just the other gimmicky features that most people won't going to be using. You also get your beauty meter here, where you can tweak your skin and all that to look more better. And again, you do get your mode option. You get slow motion video option. Again, if you switch it, it just switches to the back camera. Of course, you cannot record slow motion videos using front camera, so most of these options are for the back camera, but they do pop up even when you you are using the front camera. So I mean, overall in terms of the picture quality, I must say that this phone is definitely pretty solid. Of course you are looking at some of the indoor shots. I'll be doing some of the more detailed comparison with other phones, but overall I'm really impressed by both front and back camera. If you remember, G4 had one of the best cameras of 2015, so this phone takes that to the next level. So I'm going to be posting a specific camera detailed review. We'll be taking a look at some wide angle photos, some flash photos, night photography and all that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So lastly, if we talk about the battery, of course 2800 mAh is kind of less compared to the phones like S7 Edge, and even compared to the last year LG G4, which had like 3000 mAh battery. But this time they have done some better optimization. So I've been using this phone and I haven't seen any major drainage or any funny ridiculous drainage in terms of battery. I've been watching some YouTube videos and doing my normal stuff, checking out my social accounts. You can see that I still have 42% battery remaining, and I gotta say that this phone can easily survive 1 day plus. It does depend on your usage. I haven't been doing any gaming or anything like that, so I'll be doing a separate video detail on the battery. But yeah, it can survive up to 1 day easily. Like if you charge it in the morning, like 10 a.m., it will be it will go all the way up to like 11 p.m. Then you have to connect the charger. So yeah, overall I'm really impressed by this phone. I gotta say that this is one of the most best options available at the moment for smartphone lovers for 2016. So yeah, if there is something specific that you guys want to know, hit me up in the comment section down below. And also this phone will be available in some places after April 1st 2016, so the price will be in between $650 to $700, at least where I live. So maybe it might be a little bit cheaper in your country. So yeah, comment below what you think about this new phone, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.